Okay, so this is day number 17 of our road to making $300,000 profits on Amazon and Walmart through OA and RA, retail arbitrage and online arbitrage, and a little bit of wholesale. So here was my day today. We did I did some sourcing after the video last night. Found a little over $1,000 in products, and then we sorted the products that we sourced yesterday at the Walmart, Five Below, and Ollie's. And then we went sourcing for about 6 hours. We hit two Walmarts. The 6 hours also counts drive time, which was probably about a total of 2.5 hours of drive time. And then when we got back home, I opened cases to try to get ungated it in Lego and a couple of other brands on Walmart. That will allow us to purchase some other stuff at Walmart that we currently aren't wanting to purchase since we're gated. And then also it will let us send in some stuff from our warehouse to hopefully boost our Walmart sales. As you saw yesterday, our Walmart sales are kind of lackluster because we're trying to ramp them up. But the sooner we can get them ramped up by selling some products that we already have in the warehouse, the better. So I did that. And then the Excel. $4,200 on RA today. The first store was $1,600. She even teased at the end of the transaction that it all fit on one receipt. The second one didn't though. It hit the 160, 170 item cap or line item cap lines. If they do quantity, I think it can go higher than that though. But it hit that with two transactions and it was $2,600. The first one was like 1,100, I think, and then the second one was 1,500 or something like that, 1,600 something. So that was pretty good. So basically, we just hit our RA as just the spin goal for today. We didn't do any shipping. The thing too with this is we are trying to hit 10,000 RA per week. And we are at 14,000. So we actually are 40% ahead into next week, which is good because we're going to get rain all day tomorrow. And then Tuesday, we're supposed to get snow. And then next weekend, I think the high is like 10 to 15 degrees, which is extremely cold. When we just got in the van the other day and the air conditioning was on because it was like 60s like a week ago. So I'm not sure how much we'll be sourcing RA over the next week, but we're already 40% into it. We go buy groceries. Hopefully we'll have another $2,000 transaction. And then we'll go from there. I'll probably have to do at least one sourcing day, I'm guessing at some point. I just got to pick the weather, which I probably won't go tomorrow in the rain. So it might be Tuesday depending if our prep helper comes on Tuesday. If she comes, then I probably won't go. If she doesn't, then I might go Tuesday. If that doesn't work, then I'll have to go through the freezing cold next weekend to hit our 10,000 and hopefully go into next weekend. I like this being ahead. That's kind of awesome. As you see, everything else we are actually behind on. But really spent, we've got 3,100 that is in cart. We're just waiting for the order to be finalized. So we actually are kind of ahead of the spent. Hours worked, we fell another hour behind, or another 25%, so like 15 minutes behind, which knocked us up to 6 hours behind. The shipped and cogs and rev shipped on Amazon fallen farther behind, which they're going to fall even farther behind tomorrow. And then Tuesday we may ship something, or Wednesday definitely. Amazon sales is falling behind slowly. Our inventory amount is right at the 12,000 units mark, which is the lowest we've been at since I can remember. We are at 12.2 thousand units. We were over 21,000 units at the end of October or somewhere in November. We were over 21,000 units in stock. So we are almost half our inventory. But hopefully, and we're going to keep falling farther behind since we haven't shipped anything substantial this week. So hopefully this week or last week, and then hopefully this week we'll ship some good stuff in this upcoming week and really get ahead and start building up our inventory again. I'm thinking about, I'm gonna place a large wholesale order at the end of this, middle of this week, end of this week. And I'm thinking that I might ship that to the prep center. So we can keep doing some RA and some OA and some other stuff instead of, like, if we get 3 or 4 pallets to our warehouse, it's just me, my wife, and our prep helper. That will take us, typically we can do, depending on the quantity, right? If it's one pallet and it's a lot of the same stuff and it's larger items, then yeah, we can do a pallet in like 5 hours, 4 to 6 hours. But if it's a pallet and it's got 60 different ASINs, 70 different ASINs, and it's a bunch of different small stuff, then yeah, we typically do about a pallet a day, give or take. So if this order at the end of this week is like 3 or 4 pallets, that could easily be 2 to 4 days of work. And I'm just getting so far behind on stuff already. We're needing to send more stuff in. We need to order more stuff and all that stuff. So that may go to the prep center. I'll just see how they're doing, if they're behind or if they're needing work. If they're needing work, then that probably definitely will go there. If they're running behind, we may try to manage it here. But other than that, it is just another decent day of sourcing. Yeah, I would $5,300 counting the wholesale and the RA. So basically I do that 5 days a week, 5-6 days a week. Which is not that amazing, right? Because you also got to prep and ship. But this was mostly RA, and RA has higher ROI. So I just finished all this extra stuff that you'll see on tomorrow's hours, the accounting. So our wholesale replens, so this is like Walmart replens and wholesale, was 39% ROI. Our OA for December was 33% ROI. This is after returns. We've been liquidating a lot of stuff that's been like over 3, 4, 5 months old. So our ROI has been quite low. But we're starting to finally run out of that inventory. So we saw our ROI jump quite a bit this month. And then our wild ROI is 50%, which is wild, just means RA basically. So even though it took us, we didn't get quite as high of a spin today, our ROI is higher, right? $4,200, 50% ROI. That theoretically will make us $2,100. Whereas if it was like OA, which is 33%, to make 2,100 divided by 0.33, we'd have to spend like $6,300 to get the same amount of profit. And that can be done in one day too. But just nice to have the higher ROI stuff. So I think that's all for this video. I hope you guys had a great, successful day. Hopefully accomplished a lot to hit your goals for January and as well as starting your 2024 goals. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and take care.